Thank you for visiting the Coin Lady channel again. XRP is a value store. I'm going to argue that XRP is a store of value regardless of headlines like the one you posted today about the big XRP fall, which sound terrifying. Then what? Indeed, XRP's price has plummeted to levels not witnessed in the past 4 days. However, I felt compelled to bring this up because some members of Vanguard have said the most ridiculous things. You may remember that Vanguard stated, no, we're not going to let that be purchased by when the Bitcoin ETFs were approved. Well, at least that's how I perceive their voice. Well, at least that was the message coming out of their mouths. Stupid much, when you consider all the money that has been thrown around. But it's all in the name of principle. They're shielding their clients from losing out on the enormous riches that came with the bull run. However, it's not only that they're basically saying that Bitcoin isn't a good investment because it's too unpredictable. So, I'm going to dismantle that case. I will also make the case that Bitcoin and XRP are both being treated as store of value by the market. I am not providing financial advice, and I do not have any sort of financial expertise. So let me be clear before we continue. And please do not let anything I write or say influence your purchasing or selling decisions. As a pastime and for fun, I enjoy making films on YouTube regarding crypto-related subjects. I'm just an enthusiast. All good. Investopedia is this website's address. This movie will make do with the essential ideas covered in a post from March 25, 2022, which provides a definition of store of value, an explanation of how assets function, and several instances. The article just needs 3 bullet points. First, assets that do not lose purchasing power over time are considered stores of value. Precious metals and gold fall into this category. Reason being, their shelf life are practically endless. Third, for an economy to run well, a country's currency needs to be a decent store of value. To me, the most intriguing part of the definition is that it seems like it makes sense, and I imagine the majority of people would accept it at face value. I think that's a good description of a storage value. It's impossible to find anything in the universe that fits that description. Warned you. Was that so? I left off the word gold from one of the instances. Those requirements aren't satisfied by gold. Just hang out with me, and I will demonstrate. This is the gold standard, so to speak. It's not gold. Money cannot be kept in gold. What this boils down to is that every one of us has our own subjective understanding of what it means when we talk about a store of value. However, how can we tell what truly serves as a store of value? So, who's responsible for it? Who is responsible for reducing it? Is it a formal organization? Also, whose authority did they receive? Furthermore, there is no such thing as universal agreement, since it is plainly not going to happen, and therefore, there will be those who hold varying interpretations of that. We all have a general notion of what words signify, and that's a big part of human languages. Despite our ability to operate as a society every day, if you were to ask different people to define a number of words, you would discover that there is a wide variety of interpretations of these words. Store value is not an exception. I couldn't agree with you more. Now tell me, by what means? Since, in theory, every word and phrase is fictitious, the truth is basically just how you choose to interpret any given term or word. So, I was wondering whether anyone in the XRP community shared my curiosity and believed that XRP may be a good investment. Do you intend to use XRP as a hedge against inflation? Therefore, I conducted this survey, which was published on November 16, 2022, which means this happened immediately following the FTX crash. Additionally, I conducted this survey on the social media site X. Only current XRP holders should vote. Having XRP on hand as a store of value is okay. However, it need not be your main motivation. Please think about retweeting if this describes you, even if it's only for one of the reasons, so we can collect more data. Much obliged. Also, we received 5,728 votes, which is a respectable number. Yes, that was the resounding response. Yes, 66.3% of voters responded. XRP value. It has a store value to me, so I'm keeping on to it. That's why I say that. At the very least, hold it here. Yes, it's 66. 3%. Very few people, 18.2%, expressed their disapproval. Additionally, I offered a third option in case anyone who did not possess XRP could still access the results. Show results is all they need to do. My hope was that it would make it less skewed. That's why I had that item on hand. The results were shown by 15.6% of the participants. So overwhelming. So, that is massive when you consider the yes/no ratio alone. That may be the case if you think that only yes and no people own XRP. In general, I mean, wow. More than 3/4 of people who took the survey had XRP in their possession. Claiming that it is a store of value is acceptable. Nevertheless, actually, this post was made by a member of the XRP community named Pianos. The reasons he gave in his correspondence with me were as follows. First, as a medium of trade and a store of value for future generations. Second, as a payment system. And third, for DeFi applications and passive income in the near future. Yeah, and I agree with you wholeheartedly. In my opinion, that's the general consensus. That's the way people are acting in reality. Someone else got back to me. Therefore, divide into thirds. It is the 19th of November. A lot of things, including commodities and precious metals, can be stored as value in the real world. But for some reason, this doesn't seem to be the case in the digital realm. Bitcoin stands alone as a medium of exchange. According to Bitcoin maximalists, that's the case? No, it is not. Plus, I've met Maximus case in point, Anthony Pompliano, who claimed that Bitcoin alone could serve as a store of value for the whole cryptocurrency market. You should expect to hear Bitcoin Maxis' trademark brand of pseudoscience and nitpicking at this point. It's far from illuminating. Consequently, I object to it. Yet XRP was one of the people that replied to me. Priority 1. As previously said, the value of a store of value is often maintained at its present price, which is less than 1/3 of its all-time high. No cryptocurrency, save from stable coins, can claim that Bitcoin cannot serve as a store of value. Unfortunately, XRP is unable to do the same. Therefore, there is a great deal to be spoken regarding that. This is my response to them. An asset with a chart like the one below, which occurs over a lengthy period of time, has store value. And I published this chart at the time. It's not labeled. At this very moment, I will just inform you of what that is. That is priceless. Regardless of its lack of labeling, there is a lot to cover here, so I will walk around the topic again. Plus, it's absolutely captivating. Plus, it will provide you with ammunition to use in the event that someone challenges your belief in the storage value of Bitcoin, XRP, or any cryptocurrency you may use. Hold on, though, because I need to explain it in a specific sequence before I can give you my ammunition. Furthermore, I addressed your concern regarding stable coins in my previous post. Just as the US dollar is not a store of value due to its depreciating value, stable coins backed by the dollar are also not stable coins because their value is also depreciating. In light of the dollar's dwindling purchasing power, I contend that Bitcoin and Ripple are far superior store of value. I mean, just think about it. The buying power of a dollar has dropped by around 99% in the last century. It's gotten so out of hand that it's ridiculous. Just printed and forgotten. I couldn't agree with you more. No. The dollar does not serve as a medium of exchange. Even in the last several years, we've seen exceptionally high inflation, with seemingly endless printing of trillions of dollars. Yes, it is rather evident. And if you still think the chart is worthless because I failed to name it, remember that I just told you, it's gold. I asked, is this something someone would sell for a profit? After that, he answered my question by saying that the length of time it takes for crypto to establish itself as a reliable store of value is relative to other assets, such as gold. Sure, that's up for debate. That's what I'd say. At this point, crypto has been around for over 15 years. That's a long time in my book. It's almost 14 years old, but that's up for debate. Therefore, I replied to him, I warned you that the gold price chart I showed you is extremely unstable and spanned over 40 years. There have been several opportunities to purchase gold. but you have been unable to do so for more than 10 years. Everything that can be held as a store of value has some degree of volatility. Well, that concludes our video. Show your support by subscribing to my channel and giving it a like. Goodbye for now.